Good morning. Just left the Wesser shelter a few minutes ago. It's actually quite a late start today. It's 9:30, but today is actually going to be a short day going into the NOC. The plan as of right now is to stay there once I get there. Should be there definitely in time for lunch. It's all downhill into the knock. And the reason we're staying is because it's a long climb out. But bucket list complete. Apparently I had one job. I thought my only job was to hike, but apparently I had another job. It was to find Captain Jack, which for those of you that don't know, Captain Jack was one of the YouTubers my mom started following when I told her I was doing this. He went from Georgia to Maine and loved it so much he turned around and on his way back down to Georgia. She's been watching him since the start. So, short day today, 6-7 miles maybe. And if I'm lucky, Team Boots can catch up. So, see y'all down the trail. In case anyone was wondering, I'm not too close to the edge. That's just how the trail goes. Should be all downhill from here. I had to climb to get some of these views. And then we start our descent down into the NOC. That body of water out there, I can't tell if that runs through this valley, and that's the river I gotta cross later, or if that's another river. There's the trail. Could be worse. Looks like people go that far. I'm still on the trail. I've stopped at the Rufus Morgan shelter, which, that's it, tiny little place. About 3/4 of a mile from the NOC, where I originally thought, I'll be there by lunchtime, I'll have lunch down there. And I left camp late, and it's 1 o'clock, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna have lunch here, and I'll do dinner at the NOC, because I'm definitely staying at least one night, probably two. So I guess I have to tell the family so they don't find out via YouTube. But I did wrap my ankle this morning. I don't know what I did to it yesterday. But I woke up this morning and it kind of hurt. And it was a little swollen, nothing too crazy. So I did wrap it. Figured I would hobble on down to the NOC and go from there. But it holds weight, my weight and the pack weight. So we'll see how it goes. I have made it to the NOC. It's like one big party out here. There's the restaurant in the background. Up the way is the outfitter and the general store. Behind me here are some donuts. And over here is the bar.
Biking forward bar, and we're not going to go 2 miles an hour. No, you can do 7 miles. I don't know how far the open part is going to go.
So these are my accommodations for the night. It's like the lady at the front desk said, it's very bare bones, bring your own stuff, linens. I said I can use my sleeping bag, right? And she said, oh yeah. So far it's just me, but it is still early in the day. So we'll see how that goes. But it looks like what they really look like from the outside is like trailers, and then they broke them up into different bunk rooms. Like if we go outside, so like I'm in Cat Part 3. There's Cat Part 4, Cat Part 5. Downstairs there's like 1, 2, I think, I don't really know. But anyway, they kind of look like this. I'm sure I'll get better pictures of them later on. So the knock has communal space like this kitchen, which honestly is pretty big. You have 2 stoves, 2 sinks, 2 fridges, 2 microwaves. However, I am having dinner at the restaurant down the way. Right after I get a shower. Oh. But anyway, all right. So, one last little blip from the NOC in my very primitive lodgings. As she said, it was bare bones. But you know what? It is not a tent in the woods. It is a bed in a building with AC. So I'll take it. Team Boots did not come into the knock today, which is quite sad, but they'll be here in the morning. I have been letting my ankle soak in the river, which is a nice chilly river, and keeping it elevated as much as I can while hobbling around the knock. So unless something drastic happens, I will be here tonight and probably tomorrow night, but we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, just hanging out with some friends that, you know, I've either met over the last couple of nights or even people that I've been kind of hiking with for a week, give or take, whenever the Green Dragon hostel stay was. There's a few people here from Green Dragon. So, I guess for now, we'll say that today was a Nero down into the knock. Tomorrow, as of this moment, will be a 0. And hopefully, whatever I did to my ankle does not keep me out for long, because I kind of like the groups that I've been with, and they're all heading towards Montana to go into the Smokies, and I would really like to go into the Smokies with them. So we'll see what happens with my knee. My ankle. My knee healed up just in time for me to mess up my ankle. My name should be Broken Turtle.